Our planet is a force of creation and destruction, shaping life and history in equal measure. I'm Alessandro Cori. Join me as we explore the 10 deadliest natural disasters ever recorded. We'll uncover the science behind these cataclysms, tectonic shifts, monstrous storms, and geological fury. But we'll also look at the human stories, how these disasters changed societies and tested our resilience. This is more than a list of tragedies. It's a tribute to survival and a call to understand the forces we live with. Let's begin our journey into the heart of nature's most formidable power. In 1931, China's great rivers, the Yangtze, Yellow and Huai, became agents of devastation. Relentless rains and cyclones broke dikes, flooding vast regions and merging into a massive inland sea. Millions faced famine and disease as crops failed and water turned toxic. Survivors clung to rooftops, surrounded by ruin and despair. The death toll is debated, some say 400,000, others up to 4 million. The 1931 floods remain the deadliest natural disaster of the 20th century. In response, China built massive dams, an ongoing struggle to control nature. The scars of 1931 still shape China's relationship with its rivers. January 23, 1556. Shanxi, China. The deadliest earthquake in history struck in the dead of night. The region's lowest soil, soft and unstable, collapsed beneath entire communities living in cave dwellings. The quake, estimated at magnitude 8, liquefied the ground and triggered landslides, burying villages instantly. In some counties, every building was destroyed. More than half the population perished. The official death toll, 100,000. Modern estimates, including famine and disease, reach 830,000. The population of 2 provinces was cut by 60%, a demographic catastrophe. The disaster revealed how geology and human construction can combine with lethal results. The Weihe Fault, where tectonic plates collide, remains active today. The tragedy of 1556 is a stark warning. The deadliest earthquakes are often those where people are most vulnerable. December 26, 2004, a massive undersea earthquake off Sumatra triggered a tsunami that raced across the Indian Ocean. The seabed shifted violently, displacing water with the force of 23,000 Hiroshima bombs. Waves barely noticeable at sea grew into towering walls as they hit coastlines from Indonesia to Africa. Aceh was hit first. Waves over 30 meters high obliterated entire towns. With no warning system, millions were caught unaware. The sea receded, then returned as a deadly surge. 14 countries were devastated. 230,000 lives lost, millions left homeless. The disaster spurred the creation of a tsunami warning system for the region. The 2004 tsunami showed how a single geological event can cause global tragedy in minutes. It was a wake-up call for international cooperation in disaster preparedness. The scars and lessons remain. In April 1815, Mount Tambora erupted on Sumbawa, Indonesia, the most powerful volcanic eruption in history. The explosion obliterated the mountain, unleashed pyroclastic flows, and buried entire kingdoms. Ash darkened the skies and tsunamis battered the coasts. 100 million tons of sulfur dioxide veiled the planet, cooling the earth. 1816 became the year without a summer. Crops failed, famine spread. At least 90,000 died from the eruption and its aftermath. Tambora proved a single volcano can alter the world's climate and history. Its legacy is a warning of how interconnected our planet truly is. The Yellow River, China's sorrow, has long been both a giver and taker of life. In 1887, heavy rains overwhelmed ancient dikes near Zhengzhou, unleashing a torrent across the North China Plain. The floodwaters carved new channels, submerging 130,000 square kilometers and destroying countless villages. Millions of farmers were trapped. Drowning was only the beginning. Famine and disease followed as crops were lost and land smothered by silt. Death toll estimates range from 900,000 to 2 million. The disaster was born from a mix of natural forces and human geography. The Yellow River's silt, once a blessing, became a curse. The 1887 flood is a tragic reminder of the delicate balance between civilization and nature. China's relationship with its rivers remains fraught with risk. In 526 AD, Antioch, one of the ancient world's greatest cities, was struck by a catastrophic earthquake. The city, crowded for a religious festival, sat atop a dangerous fault. The quake leveled buildings, triggered fires, and unleashed landslides, leaving the city in ruins. The Domus Aurea and countless homes were destroyed. Thousands were trapped or burned in the aftermath. The timing meant the death toll soared, estimated at 250,000. Antioch never fully recovered. Its glory faded after this disaster. The event reshaped the landscape and the fate of the Byzantine Empire. The 526 earthquake is a powerful lesson. Even the mightiest cities are at the mercy of the Earth's restless crust. Urban centers built on faults remain vulnerable today. History's greatest cities can fall in minutes. Nature's power is patient and absolute. November 12, 1970. The Bola cyclone struck the Ganges-Brahmaputra Delta, one of the world's most densely populated and vulnerable regions. The storm's winds were fierce, but the real killer was a 10-meter storm surge that swept across the low-lying land. Entire islands vanished. Villages were erased in moments. With no high ground or sturdy shelter, hundreds of thousands perished. Estimates reach 500,000. Survivors faced starvation and disease in a devastated landscape. The disaster exposed deep political rifts, fueling unrest that led to the Bangladesh Liberation War. The Bola cyclone is a stark example of how natural disasters can reshape nations. Meteorology and politics collided, changing the map of South Asia. Vulnerability and geography turned a storm into a catastrophe. The lessons of Bola echo in every cyclone season. In 1839, the bustling Indian port of Coringa was obliterated by a monstrous cyclone. The bay's funnel shape amplified a 12-meter storm surge, sending a wall of water crashing over the town and harbor. 20,000 vessels were destroyed. The town and surrounding villages were wiped out. The death toll reached 300,000, making it one of history's deadliest cyclones. Survivors abandoned the ruins, rebuilding further inland. The Coringa cyclone is a lesson in the deadly combination of geography and weather. Local topography can turn a storm into a cataclysm. The term cyclone itself was coined in response to such disasters. Coringa's fate warns all coastal communities. Nature's fury can strike with little warning. January 12, 2010, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake struck near Port-au-Prince, Haiti. The shallow quake devastated a city of 2 million, where poverty and weak construction magnified the destruction. In a single minute, the city was reduced to rubble. Hospitals, government buildings, and homes collapsed. Infrastructure was crippled just when it was needed most. The official death toll over 316,000, though estimates vary. More than 1.5 million were left homeless, facing disease and hardship in makeshift camps. The disaster revealed how poverty and vulnerability turn hazards into human catastrophes. International aid poured in, but recovery has been slow and fraught with challenges. The Haiti earthquake is a tragic case study in risk, resilience, and the urgent need for preparedness. When disaster strikes the vulnerable, the consequences are magnified. August 27, 1883. Krakatoa erupted in the Sunda Strait, unleashing 4 colossal explosions. The third blast was heard 3,000 kilometers away. The island was largely obliterated. The eruption sent ash 80 kilometers high and triggered tsunamis up to 40 meters tall. Waves swept away 165 coastal villages. Over 36,000 people died, mostly from the tsunamis. The eruption darkened skies worldwide and dropped global temperatures for years. Vivid sunsets inspired art while scientists studied the event in unprecedented detail. Krakatoa was the first global media disaster, its effects felt and reported worldwide. Anak Krakatau, the child of Krakatoa, still erupts today, a living legacy of that day. Krakatoa's story is a reminder volcanic fury can echo around the world. The Earth's power is both creative and destructive, sometimes in a single moment. We've witnessed the awesome power of our planet and our own vulnerability. Each disaster teaches us about geology, weather, and the importance of resilience. Understanding these forces isn't just science, it's survival. By learning from the past, we can build safer communities and prepare for what's next. Respect the power of nature. Subscribe for more journeys into the remarkable story of our world.